Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to the channel. Today we are talking about a sleeping quilt, preferably HammockGear. When you order from HammockGear, it comes in a box, and inside the box, this is what you get inside. And one thing I kind of didn't expect with shipping on the box is that there's a sticker that says do not cut open with a knife, and I found that rather pleasing to see that on the box that I completely wasn't even thinking about or aware of. So that was nice to see. So when you open it, this is what you get inside, and inside this storage stuff sack that you keep when you're not using your quilt year round is your actual quilt. And inside here is the Burrow 0 degree top quilt. It is standard length, standard width, standard overfill with the Sewn Footbox. If I got anything lighter than, I don't know, 30, 40 degrees, I'll probably just get the snap at the bottom with a little hole where you can use the little pulley cord to kind of cinch it together. But since I got a 0 degree, I figured go ahead and get the Sewn Footbox. And this right here, just the quilt alone weighs 1 pound 8 ounces. Yeah, 1 pound 8 ounces, so a pound and a half, that's what, 24 ounces, which is pretty good. And with the stuff sack that you keep it when you're carrying it, weighs just like an ounce more. So altogether you're looking at 24 ounces probably, which is really good for a 0 degree sleeping quilt. All this is standard. I didn't get anything extra, nothing special to it. It's just everything how it was. So when it's all breaking down out of this big old stuff sack, this is what it looks like. Like that? Yeah, that was nice. So yeah, pretty big difference when you're comparing it to this big storage stuff sack, if I can say that right, to this right here. So compacts down pretty good. You could probably even get it really compact down more if you had a special kind of stuff sack. You can really compress it down even smaller. But this is just what I carried in. It fits in the bottom of my pack pretty well. So yeah, let's go upstairs, check it out. All right, let's check it out. Now with them, HammockGear, you can kind of pick and choose what you want. It's kind of like a cottage vendor kind of deal. So I chose to get black on the outside and then orange on the inside, the orange footbox area. So yeah, this is it right here. I am 5'7", about 150, and this thing is long enough to where, since it doesn't have kind of like a mummy hood type deal, that I can kind of drape it over my head and keep myself warm that way. So that kind of cuts down on the weight by eliminating the hood. The back side right here, it's kind of sewn up to about probably the back of my knee area, maybe a little bit above that. And Pumpkin, get out of here. That's one of our cats. And yeah, so it covers up to about there, and the rest is kind of exposed for the most part. And where the hood is at, you can actually button it around your shoulders, and it has this little cinch pulley deal. You kind of cinch it together, kind of tighten it up a little bit if you're more on the taller side. So yeah, this is it right here. This is what it is. Everything's standard, 0 degree. I have taken this thing down to about 34 degrees, 35 in the 3 years that I've owned it. And I've actually taken this during the summertime, which might have been a little bit of an overkill considering the low that night was like 65. Yeah, it's a little much for a 0 degree, but I kind of had like one leg inside and one arm kind of out with most of my body, and just barely kind of had this over one shoulder and arm. And if I remember correctly, I slept pretty good that night anyway, with 0 degree being 65 degrees outside. It's a little much, but hey, it's worth carrying the weight for what, 25 ounces with what you saw with the stuff sack. So yeah, thanks for tagging along and watching. I would kind of apologize about my hair, but next month is Mohawk March, and me and my son, who is about 3.5, we're gonna do mohawks and maybe color them. I don't know. His will be the kind that won't last that long. It'll probably just wash out, but just for the month of March. So yeah, next time you see this, it might be next month when I have a hiking trip coming up. I have a general idea of where I'm going and what I'm doing, but that could possibly change considering certain things. So I have a backup plan, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing quite just yet. I just know I'm having a trip next month, middle of March, so yeah, you'll see it then if I remember to show it on camera when I'm in my tent. So yeah, I am a tent sleeper, a ground dweller, as you would call it. So I use my sleeping pad, and eventually I'm going to get a hammock. I've been wanting to get there for the number of years. I just haven't quite got there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.